Gryffindor! Slytherin! Hufflepuff! Ravenclaw!
So there were a lot of components and parts to me shopping for this event or this meal. This is kind of the meat and potatoes of the charcuterie board and everything that we have to go on it. And I'm also going to show you some of the things I bought in bulk. But these are just little items that I got, some fruits and things that I knew were going to go on the board when looking up, grocery lists for charcuterie. It's lots of fruits and produce and different things, herbs to go around, and then of course the cheeses. So I went to a Smith's Marketplace to get my cheeses. They had a really huge selection and they made it really easy to find. So that's what I recommend if you're looking for things like this. And then these are all the things that I had bought in my previous grocery list, mainly for my home, because I do shop in bulk anyway, and I just happened to get things, or I got things that just so happened to fit into my theme, such as the Little Monsters, fruit snacks and the Halloween Cheetos and chips, etc. And then I also got, popcorn, things that we normally get for our son for his lunches, like snacks and things, a sweet treat, etc. And that was in bulk as well, but we're gonna use it for the party. We got those candies for the dessert board, some juices, some ciders. Actually got those at Smith's. And then, of course, some baking goods from Sam's Club. This is for the whole season. They have a really great deal on these things. And they're highly coveted during holiday seasons. So I picked up a little bit of everything. I'll put the full list of things that I got and or the menu below. So here my sister and I are just using that butcher paper that you saw in the previous video to cover the table. So we're just taping one end. It was really easy to work with. We didn't have any issues. It's essentially just like kind of construction paper just on a roll. So we just put it in on the ends of the table and then a strip down the middle, and it worked out really great. So here my sister's using that like jack-o'-lantern plate to set up my son's personal snack board so he can have all safe to eat treats on one plate for him. And it has the fruits. She's gonna put the blackberries, blueberries, some carrots because he likes those, some apple slices, some rolled turkey. I cut his dairy-free cheese into Halloween shapes, or I think they were pumpkins, and those are gonna go on there as well. So she's just setting that up for me, and you'll see what that looks like. I'll have a picture later while he's eating it later in the video. So now that we're done with his tray, which you can see in that bottom left corner, we're just setting up the dishes and any of the things that we made ahead, like that roasted tomato bruschetta in that bowl was made yesterday. So we went ahead and put that on the table and we continued prepping everything else. And so I lost a lot of the footage of us prepping the foods because there's my silly son, because there was a box of crackers in front of the camera, but you'll get the gist once you see everything on the board. As you see, my son is over there enjoying his board, and he went to put his costume on, as I knew he would want to. And we're just continuing this setup. If anyone is interested in the actual cooking or recipes that you see here, please comment down below so that I can either link you to them. They're probably from Pinterest, to be honest, or there's something I've been making for a long time, so they're super quick and easy. So feel free to comment down below and let me know what you would like to know how to make. Here we're just laying out all of the cheeses and meats, and we tried to set them up in the color of the house, the Hogwarts house that we thought they would fit in. So, you know, the meats and the reddish burgundy things went on Gryffindor, the yellow cheeses and crackers went into Hufflepuff, and so on and so forth. And I will say it was tough to find foods that I did really want to eat in an abundance that were blue and green. But we pulled it off. Like I said, I have the pickles and the olives over there, and then the spinach dip is going to go over there. And if you saw those blue tortilla chips, we just found things that would fit into the colors as best as possible. And I didn't get too hung up on like the combination of colors that are actually in the Hogwarts houses because, you know, it's just food. I wasn't trying to overthink it, and I didn't want it to not be fun. So we just did our best, and I was supposed to do this in like the shape of like a crest or the Hogwarts shield, but that didn't happen because of like our containers and shapes. So I just let that go, and it was still completely fine and very beautiful, and everything was delicious. So if you're trying to pull something like this off, don't overthink it because it takes the fun out of it. So we're pretty much done with the board. We're just gonna add the other foods to the table, which you'll see in a moment. My sister's just adding like herbs around for decoration. The pumpkins we put on for decor, as you can see as well. And it's all laid out here. I added the mummy hot dogs and our slow baked chicken wings that we made for the day. We got our drinks, our wine, our Jack Skellington plates, napkins, and cups. And we sat down to dig in. And so after dinner, we just played this Halloween bingo and ate our desserts. Those are the beautiful pumpkin pasties that my sister made. They were so good. And the grown-ups just had, you know, wine, and we did some silly dancing, as you can see, and listened to some silly Halloween music, and continued our game until we were tired out.